Alrighty, it's time to get into some problem solving using proportions. Proportions can be used to make predictions based on known ratios, including percent. And we're going to spend a lot of time on percent in the next couple days. But right now, we're going to look at making predictions given a ratio. So the first example says to make his special salad dressing, Wolfgang combines 7 fluid ounces of oil with 4 fluid ounces of vinegar. One day, he needed a larger amount, so he used 8 fluid ounces of oil. How much vinegar did he need? So he wants to keep his salad dressing consistent on the taste, just like Nana wanted her chocolate milk just the way she wanted it. So we have to keep that ratio consistent of 7 to 4. And so we're going to need to set up a proportion to figure out how much he'll need if he increases the recipe. So step 1 is to read and determine which ratio you know both parts of. You're going to write it and you are going to include labels or word ratios. Anytime you have a word problem and words are involved with proportions, you need to have your word ratio. And this is the word ratio. We keep those labels. So what we know is that he uses 7 ounces of oil for every 4 ounces of vinegar. But now he is going to increase the recipe and he is going to use 8 ounces of oil. So those labels are important because we have to put the 8 with the oil. So 8 is going to go on top, and my unknown is how much vinegar he needs. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is look at what else do I know and what is the unknown. And I did that right here. And now I have to solve my proportion and solve for x. Well, I have two things I need to think about. First of all, do I have a direct relationship? Is there something I can do to 7 to get 8 by multiplying or dividing? I can't think of anything. Can I simplify 7 and 4? Nope, I cannot. So that means I'm going to use cross products. So I'm going to multiply 4 times 8, which is 32. I'm going to multiply 7 times x, which gives me 7x. Bring down my equal sign. And I have found that 7 times a number is going to be 32. In order to solve for that number, I'm going to divide by 7 on both sides. These 7s cancel out, and I'm left with x equals whatever 32 divided by 7 is. So I'm going to go over to the side. 32 divided by 7. 7 goes in 4 times, which is 28. And I get 4 and 4/7 left over, and that is my answer. And of course, you can change it to decimal too, but if you don't have to, then you can leave it in mixed number form. So let's go back to the question and make sure we answered it. How much vinegar did he need? He needed 4 and 4/7 ounces of vinegar. All right. Let's look at the next question, and then you are going to get to do some all on your own. All right, the screaming equals, excuse me, the screaming equals team color is made by mixing red paint with blue paint in the ratio of 12 to 7. How much blue paint should be mixed with 4 gallons of red? So we're dealing with a ratio of red to blue, and our ratio has to be written in that same order. So we write our word ratio, red to blue, and the ratio is 12 to 7. Our other information we have is how much blue paint, so we don't know blue, should he be mixed, if I could speak, should he mix with 4 gallons of red? So 4 goes with red. X is our unknown. And now we look, how can I solve this? So the first thing we do is we look, do we have a direct relationship? Well, we do this time. Do you notice that if we divide 12 by 3, we get 4? All right, so why don't we just divide 7 by 3, and we will find our unknown. So 7 divided by 3 is going to be, I'm going to do a decimal form this time. I already know what a third is, but let's just do it for fun. It's going to be another 3, and it looks like we have the repeating decimal. So our answer to the question is he will need 2 and 33/100 repeating gallons of blue.